Hello YouTube, this is Engineer Pat 5290 with just a little layout update I have here. You can see I've got all three of my DCC locomotives, and there's a little something different. I have added this switch that came with the original set. This is a left-handed switch. As you can see, I have cleaned it very thoroughly with some Goo Gone. It turned out really nice, and I've actually designed it so it will have a little siding track to store my other two units. Now these two units are put together in a consist using the Easy Command Control Center. It's very simple to do. I will do a video on this topic very soon. That's one of the upcoming YouTube products I have. As you can see, I have the CSX 40-2 in dark feature YN3. Now the Norfolk Southern unit I have is a regular DC locomotive. So I cannot run it with the switch though, but I use this as a backup unit in case one of these units happens to go bad. I will have another one. So, and adjust myself here. It's very nicely done with some separately painted items, but Bachmann has lacked a little bit of detail in these. But you know, of course, separately applied horn, little placards that are legible, and of course the EMD builder's plate. If my camera will focus in there, you can kind of see it. Oh, there you go. It's right there. And the CSX has it as well. It's a very quiet runner, one of the quietest units I have. And these, well, these are pretty easy to find at train shows. They're pretty easy to find at train shows and hobby shops. And of course, this is my older Union Pacific set, Athearn by the friend of mine who gave me this. This is an old Athearn set from 1996. I've had this set for a few years, and it's using the easy track like Bachmann does. As you can see, it's basically the same track. And of course it had details on it you could add yourself, but I didn't do it. But I do have a little consist up for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a demonstration of the locomotives back and forth. I will let you watch the trains go around a little bit, and then after a few laps with the CSX, I will switch out the power and let you see this little yard in action. So let me go ahead and fire up the Union Pacific. Go ahead and set the camera down. Go ahead and get him rolling. And that little Great Northern ore hopper was one that I fixed with some parts I had at the house. Get you some coverage of him really quick. And those cars right there are just spare cars in case something happens with one of the couplers and it doesn't couple right. I'll have a little bit of some spares. Alright. I believe the CSXs have to go over and plug up the transformer. Unplug it up. Let me go ahead and turn on some lights. And every DCC Bachmann locomotive has directional lighting and digital control. Alright, if you're ready to see some action, here we go. Let me slow that UP down. As you can see, it passes over the switch pretty well, but when I first had this unit, it had some trouble with the switch. I'm guessing it was a lot of dirt buildup, and it was, so I cleaned it really good with Goo Gone, And it's not giving me any trouble right now, which is the good thing. So, alright, let me go ahead and get back to the transformer, and I will go ahead and switch out the power. Stop the train, keep the lights on, go ahead and disconnect the train from the cars. Alright, turn the lights off of this guy and put on the consist. You should see the lights flash up. There you go. The switch, get it on the main. And these are two GP40-2s by Bachmann. Alright, I will stop these, back it up with the train. You have to do this very carefully. Push the train back just a little bit. Go and get it back in the forward position, turn his lights off. Now we'll get number 4. Get the directional lighting back. And back up the CSX unit. And job operation is, whoops. That operation is done. So now we turn number 7's lights back on. And now we can roll it out. Whoops. A little sure I didn't go to switch right. And that happens. Alright, now we're ready to go on. Give it some speed to get across the switch and you're in business. And there's your yard operation for tonight. Now for the remainder of the time, we'll watch some trains run. See, the CSX is just waiting for its next assignment. I'm planning on maybe getting another DCC locomotive so I can have 2 consists. Maybe 2 SDs and 2 GPs. And that right there is a dispatching tower I made when I was probably 16. And there's the ladder I made for it too. I'm going to go ahead and slow that chassis down just a smidge. There's one of the bridges I made for it too. That longer bridge is what I actually made out of just scrap pieces of wood. It was a piece of molding that had a cutout in the piece of wood, but I turned it over and made it sort of like a trestle bridge. You can see coming up right there is going to be a meet. I slowed the trains down so you can actually get them meeting. Hopefully you can get them meet right about here. There you go. And the 2 trains pass each other. I mean, for my modeling period, I'm doing pretty much anything. You know, I just usually do mine for pleasure. I mostly like the fallen flag railroads like Conrail and Chessie, of course. They're 2 of my favorite fallen flags. The other one is the ATSF. And I'll also do a little bit of the Class 1 cars with NS and CSX and Union Pacific. But I just love my trains. And that signal works. I just got to get it working again. start slowing these guys down. I'll go ahead and stop beeping. Usually I let it do a cool down lap before shutting down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this little yard special and layout update. Give you a little close-up of the lights. Anyway, I'll probably get a new locomotive probably soon to match with that 40-2. I want to try to get another 40-2. I don't know, it'll probably be an NS one. But anyway, that concludes this little video. I'm Engineer Pat, and I will see you next time.